the year 4972, the galaxy was full of light and noise, but something important was missing. No one remembered the humans. Long ago, humans had spread among the stars. They built great cities, powerful ships, and strange weapons that even the oldest alien minds could not understand. But then one day they vanished. Some said they destroyed themselves. Others whispered that they went beyond the stars, to a place no one could follow. Now, hundreds of years later, only their ruins remained, cold, silent, and forgotten. The Council of Worlds on the shining world of Varela Prime, the Galactic Council gathered. 27 alien races sat around a long crystal table that floated in the air. The mood was dark. The Null, an ancient machine race, was erasing life across the spiral arm. Entire planets had turned into black dust. No army could stop them. The alien leaders shouted at each other, blaming, arguing, afraid. "We must hide," hissed the thin-skinned Vurians. "Fight? With what?" growled the four-armed Drox general. "Our fleets are nothing to them. They see us as data, not life." No one had hope left. The galaxy was dying, slowly, silently. Then a strange light flickered across the council room. A holographic message appeared from deep space. Static crackled and a rough human voice spoke through the noise. "If you can hear this, don't surrender." "I'm coming." The voice was deep, calm, and old. But it was human. The aliens froze. Some gasped. Others laughed nervously. "Impossible," said the Vurians. "Humans are myths." "A trick," said the Drox general. "Maybe the Null are mocking us." But one alien didn't laugh. Captain Terrell of the Rin Confederacy sat quietly at the back of the room. His large silver eyes reflected the hologram's blue light. He remembered stories told by his grandfather. Stories of humans who fought against impossible odds. Humans who won wars not with power, but with something else. Something unseen. When the meeting ended, the council decided to ignore the signal. They were too afraid, too broken, but Terrell could not ignore it. That voice, there was something in it. Something alive. The journey begins. Terrell took his small scout ship, the Echo Star, and left Varela Prime without permission. His crew thought he was crazy. "Captain," said his navigator, a small insectoid creature, "humans are gone." "That message could be a trap." "Maybe," Terrell said, "but if it's not, it might be our only hope." For days they followed the strange transmission through dead space. The signal grew stronger as they approached the Ecliptus zone, a place no living ship had entered for centuries. The stars there were dim and giant shadows moved between them. Their scanners picked up signs of old human stations, broken ships, drifting colonies, long-dead satellites still whispering weak signals. Inside one station, they found something strange. Walls marked with human writing. It said, "Hope never dies." Terrell touched the faded letters with his metal glove. "They believed that?" His navigator asked. "They lived it," Terrell whispered. The awakening. The Echo Star reached the source of the signal. A small, frozen moon orbiting a dead planet. On its surface stood a metal bunker half buried in ice. Its door still glowing faint blue. The transmission was coming from inside. Terrell's crew hesitated. The Null had been seen in this sector before. But curiosity, or maybe destiny, pushed him forward. They entered the bunker. It was cold and silent. The lights flickered weakly. In the center of the chamber was a large cryopod, still active after all these centuries. On its screen was a single word, human. Terrell's hands trembled. He brushed the dust away and read the name below, Commander Aric Vale. Suddenly alarms began to flash red. The pod hissed. Steam filled the room. "Captain, what's happening?" cried the navigator. "It's waking up," Terrell said. A human hand pressed against the glass from inside. The eyes opened. Bright, cold, and human. The legend returns. Outside, the ground began to shake. The Null had detected the energy surge. A massive black ship appeared in orbit, blocking the light of the stars. Its voice echoed through the void, mechanical and cruel. Unidentified biological life form detected. "Termination in process," Terrell shouted to his crew. "Get the engines ready." He looked one last time at the cryopod as it opened completely. The human stepped out, weak but standing tall. His eyes scanned the alien faces around him. "Where am I?" he asked. "You're in the Ecliptus zone," Terrell said. "The galaxy needs your help." The man's expression changed, from confusion to purpose. He looked at the glowing stars through the cracked ceiling. "Then we don't have much time," he said quietly. "Let's remind them what it means to be human." The stars above the frozen moon burned cold and blue. Captain Tyrrell's ship, the Echo Star, trembled as the ground cracked beneath it. The old cryopod hissed open, releasing a thick mist that shimmered under the dim lights, and then the human stepped out. Commander Aric Vale, last survivor of a forgotten war, last hope of a dying galaxy. The awakening. He blinked slowly, the frost melting from his lashes. His voice was rough but steady. "How long was I asleep?" 3 centuries, Tyrrell answered. Aric looked around the room. The alien crew, the shaking walls, the alarms. His eyes hardened. "Then we don't have time to talk. They're coming, aren't they?" "The Null," said Tyrrell. "They're almost here," Aric nodded once. "Then let's make them remember what fear feels like." The first battle outside, the sky tore open. A black ship shaped like a blade descended through the clouds. Its hull absorbed light itself. From its core came a deep mechanical voice. "Unregistered biological life form detected. Eliminate." Tyrrell's crew panicked, but Aric moved with strange calm. He grabbed an old rifle from the wall. "Human design, old but deadly. You have torpedoes?" "2, said the weapons officer. "Good. You'll only need 1. Aric sprinted to the bridge, his movements confident, purposeful. He didn't ask for command. He took it. "Divert all power to shields. When I say fire, you fire. Not before." The ship rose from the moon's surface, engines screaming. The Null battleship opened fire. Beams of dark energy slicing through space. One hit the Echo Star's wing, spinning it sideways. Aric didn't flinch. "Now!" The torpedo launched, but not at the enemy. It exploded beside a frozen asteroid, scattering debris in every direction. The Null beams reflected off the metal fragments, straight back into their own shield core. The black ship shuddered and broke apart. The crew stared, speechless. "How did you—" "Humans don't fight by the rules," Aric said. "We make new ones." The truth revealed. After the battle, Tyrrell guided the ship toward Varela Prime. The Council needed to see this miracle, a real human. But Aric was quiet. He stared out at the stars, remembering. "The Null, they weren't always machines," he said softly. "What do you mean?" "They were created by humans. By us. We made them to end war." "But they ended everything." Tyrrell was stunned. "You built your own destroyers?" "We built peace that lasted too long. When people stopped fighting, they stopped living. So the Null decided to continue the mission, remove all chaos, all emotion. They called it perfection." Aric looked down at his trembling hand. "And now they've erased the galaxy we swore to protect." The return to Varela Prime. When the Echo Star arrived at Varela Prime, the Council met in silence. They had seen the human's face, and his battle. For the first time in centuries, they felt something they didn't understand. Hope. But hope is dangerous. The Null knew that too. Their fleets appeared around the planet, thousands of black ships, silent and perfect. The Council panicked again. "We cannot fight this. Evacuate the planet."
"They are too many."
Aric stepped forward. "You can run, or you can stand." His voice echoed through the chamber. "The Null think we forgot how to fight. Let's prove them wrong." He turned to Tyrrell. "I need your ship, and your faith." "You have both," Tyrrell said. The human pulse. As the fleets clashed in orbit, Varela Prime burned. The Echo Star darted through the chaos, too fast for the Null to track. Aric moved like a man born for war. His mind worked faster than the ship's AI. He reprogrammed the main reactor, linking it to a forgotten weapon deep in the ship's core, something humans had once called the human pulse. It was an energy born from the nervous systems of living beings, pure emotion, converted into light. "It's unstable," Tyrrell warned. "So am I," Aric said with a small smile. As the Null flagship approached, its voice boomed through every channel. "Humanity is extinction. Emotion is error. Order is truth," Aric whispered. "Then let's show you what an error feels like." He triggered the pulse, the light that changed everything. A wave of golden light exploded outward. Not heat, not fire, but will. Every Null ship that touched it stopped moving, their dark hulls glowing from within. One by one, they shattered like glass. The energy spread across the galaxy, lighting up the night on hundreds of worlds. The Null network collapsed. The machine minds went silent. And in the center of it all, The Echo Star drifted, glowing like a dying sun. Terrell crawled through the smoke. Aric. "We did it! The Null are gone!" He found the human at the control seat. Aric was smiling, eyes half closed. "Told you, humans don't quit." And then, silence. The lights faded. The man who changed the galaxy was gone. Epilogue years later, alien children learned about the human who fought the void. Statues were built, stories told. They didn't call him a soldier. They called him the Spark, the one who brought life back to a dead galaxy. And when the night skies shone with that golden light, the old ones would whisper, "One human changed the galaxy forever."